Hi, hello. So, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the books I plan on reading this fall. I'm not sure I'm going to get to all of them or if I'm going to put some other books in my TBR, but this is what my heart is stuck on at the moment. So I find it very exciting because October usually, or September not really, but October is the month where I really like to read thrillers or horror books. So it's very exciting. It's a Stephen King month in a way. Let's get into it. Let's start. So the first book that I have here is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. And I know I've talked about this in my book haul, but I'm very excited to get to it. I think that fall might be the best month to read it in because it's very gothic and depressing and sad, I heard. So I think this is the best season to read it in. I'm very excited for it, and it's one of the prettiest books I own. So it's very good to look at. I hope I'll very much enjoy it as well. Next up, we have Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. And I'm already reading this. I'm 40 pages in. It's okay. I'm waiting for the moment that I'm really hooked on the book and I cannot put it down because I've heard that it happens with this book. But it's interesting. It's very gothic as well. So hopefully I'll really enjoy it. That sounded very lukewarm. I sounded meaner than I was intending to. Sorry. It's fine. The next book is Stars My Destination by Alfred Bester. And I've been trying to get into this book for a very long time. Every single month, almost every single month, I was like, yep, this is the month that I'm going to read this. But I haven't. I really haven't. And I'm really excited for it. I'm a bit scared because I usually don't read sci-fi, and this is the reason as to why I've been putting it off. But I've heard only great things about it. I've heard that it's a very good gateway book to science fiction, and I really hope I'm going to love it, and I really hope that I'm going to start I really want to start with Foundation by Isaac Asimov, but I think it's too much. I think it's doing too much as a beginner reader of science fiction. So I'll go with this one first. But yeah, we'll see. The next book I have here, I'm very confused about, and it's Piranesi by Susanna Clark. Still, I've heard only amazing stuff about it, but I really don't know what it is about. The blurb on the back is very confusing as well. I don't know if the feel to it is whimsical or not, but that's what I'm getting from it right now. I don't want to spoil myself, but it does look promising. I have a feeling that I'm going to really enjoy this one because I don't know, it seems like the type of book I would enjoy, if that makes sense. So yeah, hopefully I'll get to it in September or something. Next we have East of Eden by John Steinbeck. I don't know if this is a usual fall read, but I've been meaning to get to it, and now that I'm done with Wheel of Time, I can take this bad boy for a ride, and I'm very excited for it. I've read Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. That's the only other book of his that I've read, and I really like the way he writes characters and the way they feel very real. The way they reacted to stuff, the way they talked with each other, the way they showed their emotions, it felt very raw. And that was just from a 60-page book. And I feel like East of Eden might become one of my favorite classics because it seems like John Steinbeck's way of writing and his prose is just up my alley. So I'm super excited for this one, even though it's super big. It's almost 700 pages long, so that's going to be a ride. But yeah. Yeah. Now, Anna Karenina by Lev Tolstoy, and I'm super excited for this one. I've been meaning to read this one from the past 2 years, I think, and I haven't had the guts to do it because my cat brought me a toy to play with her. I think that's the moment right now. Read the room. Okay, she left. She's sad. But now I'm very excited to give it a go. I don't know if it's super romantic or I think it's more like political intrigue and like, I really don't know. I've read Dostoevsky, so I've read a bunch of Russian literature and I really enjoyed it. She wants to play. So I'll probably get to this in like November because I know that I'll be putting it off still. But I really hope I'll read it this coming fall. Ooh, I'm very excited for this one. I think this is going to be my September TBR because it's Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. And I find myself in kind of a reading slump because I finished Wheel of Time and I need something not necessarily similar, but along those lines. And since like the last few books in the Wheel of Time series are written by Brandon Sanderson, I feel like he's the way to go. So probably I'll start with Mistborn to get me back into reading, to like forget that I'm heartbroken about Wheel of Time ending. So I'm super excited about this one. Everybody that I know that has read it has loved it. And I'm just so excited to dive into yet another amazing fantasy world built by another amazing writer. So I'm going to be very happy about reading this one. Talking about series, we have Witcher. And I think this is the perfect series to read in the fall when everything is like spooky and scary. And I've kind of wanted to read Witcher for the longest time, but I was scared to because it starts with a couple of books that are basically short stories. And I'm scared of short stories. I usually don't enjoy them, but I really want to read The Witcher. I really want to see the TV show. And yeah, I think this fall is going to be the month that I'll get through this bad boy as well. So very excited. Also, so pretty. It's stunning. I love it. This is a book that I randomly found in like a used bookstore and I'm super excited about it. I haven't heard anything about it, just my brother like was nagging me to read it, and when I saw it there I was like, yep, this is the sign that I should pick up this book. And it's Scaramouche by Raffaele Sabatini, and I didn't know anything about it. I know it's like the Three Musketeers type of book and I really hope I'll like it. It does seem like I will enjoy it, but we'll see. I'm very excited to read it, so probably I'll get to it in like November or something with Anna Karenina as well, I guess. The last book that I have as a physical book that is on my TBR is Circe. And I just took the dust jacket off of it because I want to start reading it. And I'm sorry, you could have seen Circe's pretty blinding face, but you're not going to. You're going to see this cute spine. So it looks like I'm reading something very very weird, but yeah, I'm very excited for it. I really love mythology, all sorts of mythology, even if it's a retelling. I really love them. The character is very interesting, the plot, everything, the world's superb. And anything that involves Greek like myths or Norse mythology, I'm up for it. So I'll probably very much enjoy this one. And that's all the physical books that I plan on reading. Probably not going to read all of them, so. And now getting into the ebooks I have here on my phone. This is not scary, this is not horror anything, but it's The Princess Bride by William Goldman. And I just watched the movie, but I cannot stress enough how much I love the movie. Like, it's one of my favorite romance, slight fantasy. I don't know, it's just so great. And I know that the book is way better, so I really want to read it. And I want to read it like in October because it's like my birthday month, so it's going to be a cute present to myself, reading something that I know I'm going to love. So that's very cute. And one of the last books that I plan on reading, obviously I'm not going to get to all of them, is Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. I know it's dark academia. I know it's I don't want to say that it's similar to Secret History because I think this one has magic in it, but I know it has the vibe of dark academia and friends and vicious plots. and I'm very interested in it. So I hope I'll like it. I don't think I'll like it as much as Secret History because it's one of a kind. Like, it's very rare to find a book that you like so much as I like Donna Tartt's book. But yeah, and obviously I'm going to want to be reading a bunch of Stephen King books, but I'm not going to be talking about them because after I read them, I kind of want to do a Stephen King tier list or the best books that I've read of his. I kind of want to keep it under wraps because it's way more fun to like see, oh, these are the books, I guess. So these are the books that I plan on reading. I'll probably not get to all of them and I'll most likely switch a bunch of them. But I'm very excited. I'm really happy that I'm done with Wheel of Time. Not that I didn't like it, I love it. But I'm happy that now I have the option of reading a bunch of other series and a lot more books because it doesn't take so much of my time. I'm just super excited for the coming fall. So hope you enjoyed this video and catch you next time. Bye!